It has really been difficult actually. Even today, I try to make some transactions which they refuse to collect the old notes. I have to make transfer. For you going to POS, it has really been very tasking. Like you ask them, they will tell you there is no money. You go here to make transactions, they will tell you no money. You have money there in your account, but you don't have access to the money. It hasn't really been easy actually. So please, the federal government should really see needs to what the masses are passing through.
You see, from the upset of this country, the old money and the new money should be used. In the sense that by the time Nigeria was 19 states, when President Buhari came with Tunde Diagbon, me I live in Tunde Diagbon house. I eat from Tunde Diagbon food in Ilorin. I was in Polytechnic by then. You see my point now, that's 83. But things is not like this. Nigeria was 19 states by then. But about 36 states now. Look at the population of people suffering for money. One, enough of printing of new currency is not sufficient in circulation. The old one is not bad. It's the same federal government that printed it. Eruva mentioned one thing in my office. He said in London, the King of England, when he died, that's Queen Elizabeth. He said the old money, they are using it. The new one, they are using it. And they allow their people that any old money that come into the bank, it will not go out again. That is how Nigeria is supposed to do their own too. But I was surprised when you take everything by force. This is not military regime. This is not military regime. It's democracy, but the democracy of today, they did not listen with people that elected them into the government. Then how are we going to solve this problem? To my own side of this, we are facing 3 challenges now in this country. The first challenge is fuel. The second challenge is election. Because 2 elephants, 3 elephants are inside ring. 3 elephants are inside the ring. Then the one that's going to be a winner, we have never known, but they know between themselves. And this one is not in mathematics of anybody. They have already done the mathematics in London. They are just telling we people in Nigeria that this is how it is, this is how it is. It's just a propaganda they are doing for us. It's less for people that are wise. To me, I will never collect any PVC. To me, I will never, because there is no truth. The best government have done government, the first democracy is done all over Obasanjo. After Obasanjo, there is no any good government again. Let's be realistic, because these people have carried all the masses as if we are slave to their side. I have my own money. I was coming from bank now. Look at the thing they gave me. I have my own money. At the end of, I've graduated since 1994. There's nothing somebody can tell me about Nigeria government. Look at what they gave me. This is number they gave me. And the money is paying to 2,000 naira. At the bank. Does it make sense? Does it make sense with my own money? I'm living in Kuje. I came from Kuje. And I'm working in the central area now. I have only 100 naira with me to go back. To go back to my house now, I don't know. See, this is only 100 naira I have. I want to buy food that time for yesterday. I need to go to a man that has a PO machine and buy it from POS. Using machine to buy. How long are we going to be? Why do we electing people? If people want to be like me, nobody should come out and go and vote. Nobody should come out. Let military take over. It will be better. Let military take over. Lieutenant Colonel Sajeba, he said something. In 1999, I went to Lieutenant Sajeba at Sonsi, where National Assembly people is, where the soldier people are living, very close to Durumi. I built in Durumi that time. Then they said, Lieutenant Sajeba said one thing. He said, masses will beg soldier before we come back. I hold that statement. Since that 1999, and it has been happen. And it happened to the end of the issue now. Then who are we going to trust? Is he Obia? Is he the trust person? Is he Atiku? Is the trust person? Is he Tinubu? Is the trust person? Who are the best person among them? We are tired for the democracy. Democracy has never gone long, and they have destroyed many things. Then look at the number of graduates and intern now. Where are they going to work? And all of us are burning. All of us are multiplying. Then we said Nigeria property, you have sold everything finished. Then what confidence do youth have when they come out to complain They will say what they want so that we make mercy to vote for them. At the end of the thing, they go back to the, all of us are civil servants. When they go back to their seat, you will never see what they said by truth again. Then what Nigeria are? It's better soldiers should come back.
Well, that's actually absurd. If in my own take, it's absurd actually, because for the federal government, I think we are running a parallel government here. The system is running a parallel confederation where the government will instate something and the citizenry, as in the citizens of the very federation that being governed by, are not really taking that into cognizance. It's really so terrible, and it's really affecting us as a country.
So far, I must be very sincere with you, has not been a very palatable one. In as much as we all want a better Nigeria, you know, there's need for us to also put other things into consideration. The naira redesign that has eventually caused, you know, the scarcity right now, it's not a very favorable one. I had a personal experience just this morning, you know, where I bought something from the woman that sells snacks, you know. So after buying what I wanted to buy, and in the process of paying her, you know, that was when she said, you know, she's not accepting the old money. Meanwhile, that's the same money that I took from a POS. You know, actually took some money from a POS, and the money the guy gave me, you know, it's old money. So only for me to use the same money to buy something, and it's being rejected. So you can see it's really frustrating, you know, it's devastating, and it's a situation that one should not even, you know, think about, you know. So I feel, you know, it's a process, you know, that need to be nipped in the bud with immediate effect, because if this lingers, you know, it's really going to affect, you know, a lot of things. And before you know it, you know, what you don't expect, you know, Nigeria is a country that is so complex. You know, what you don't expect, before you know it, you'll begin to see chaos here and there.
I think the policy is, how would I put it, they are progressing in error. Because if you check out in the society, you discover that we don't have enough new naira notes in circulation. What I personally experienced the other day, I went to the ATM, was a withdrawal of the old naira notes. So now if you are stopping the usage of the old naira note, why is the new naira very scarce? It's simply progressing in error. I think the policymakers and the people that came up with this redesign note should think very, very well, because virtually every aspect of Nigeria, aspect of our lives, they are suffering the abject poverty. People in the rural, I mean, in the villages and our communities are complaining, not to talk of us that are in the urban areas. Now, the thing the government should do is to allow the old and new currency to run interchangeably, and now extend it to probably by 6 months. So by that time, everything has adapted, everything would have normalized, than saying you should not accept the old currency, whereas the new currency is short in circulation. And another thing is the election. Our politicians are taking advantage of the fact, because we are meant to understand that this new naira note was printed in a large quantity. Now, how do you monitor it? For instance, somebody sold, I wanted to withdraw 10,000 from a POS. She told me that she's going to give me 8,000 from my withdrawal. And I said, what's the reason why you're collecting 2,000 out of the 10,000? She said she paid 112,000 in the bank for her to collect 100,000. So invariably, they are collecting 12,000 on each 100,000. Now, what is the Apex Bank, the regulatory body, doing? They're not doing anything. You see, this one is touched in the banks. The high and mighty, the bourgeois and the elites will call them, and they will give them excess money and carry this new naira notes and hoard it. And when they hoard it, God knows how it will be at the larger populace, and they will begin to suffer and will begin to cry foul. Business will suffer, things will suffer, you know, what do they call, livestock and every other thing will be an decrease. Go to Taco Market, go to Wuse Market. I boarded a vehicle this morning. The driver gave me a warning before I even sat down. He said, if you don't have the new naira, don't board. And you see a long queue. And when I interviewed them, I discovered that all of them were having the old naira note. So how do business move? But here and then, you see the politicians spending the new naira note. So I think Nigeria is sitting on a cake of gunpowder. And if nothing is done about it, it may end up in anarchy. I'm sorry to say it, but that's the truth. Because when you get to the market, you cannot buy. You are having the old naira note. If you get to the bank, they will chase you away. Withdraw from the automatum teller machine is the old naira note. The akara seller on the street is telling you he or she needs the new naira note. The transporter is telling you he needs the new naira note. If you go there, it's transfer. Transfer will stay till the whole day. And there's another problem. That's a problem of transfer. When you do transfer, whether it is system problem or the bank's problem, I don't understand. It will stay like 3 days. So you find out the cashless policy is not working. We need to sit down and think like a nation that wants to move forward so that we'll be able to solve this problem. Outside that, danger looms.
My brother, the system is not working. Let's tell ourselves the truth. We are all Nigerians. The system is not working, you know? And the government that is in place now is not really taking proactive steps or measures to see how to curtail all of this. The system is not working. From the end of the affair, they said when the head of the fish is rotten, even the body itself is nonsense in me. Do you understand? So let's try to see, let the government of the day wake up, let them stand to their task and see how they will get this thing sorted. It's not easy for Nigerians. People are passing through a lot. You go to street, you cannot afford to buy something. The common masses who voted this very government into power are doing nothing to salvage the country. It's not really working. So please, they should send the message to whoever is in the helm of the affair to make sure they put things in place. Please.
Of course, why I feel this is not the best option at the moment is the fact that you know, people are out. This is an election period. People need money. You know, some people want to travel, you know, to their states where they are going to vote. You know, but you know they can't access this money. You know, the money is scarce. You know, and then people are also preparing. You know, people are preparing to run up their businesses for the period because of election. You know, and the scarcity is just crazy. You know, so to me, I feel it's not the right time. You know, for the policy is a very healthy one, it's a very good one, but the timing is what matters. I know, of course, the government have their own reasons. You know, they want to tell you that you know the essence is for financial inclusion, for reduction of vote buying, you know, among others. But while doing that, you need to carry everybody along. Like I said earlier, everybody should be carried along. So this is not the right time, but the policy is a good one. So in a nutshell, I feel it is not the right time. Therefore, it should be nipped in the bud immediately. Let something be done, you know, in a very, very, you know, fast, you know, for us to be able to come out of this situation.
It's quite unfortunate. If you ask me, it's quite unfortunate. Seriously, I really don't know what to say because I'm short of words at this moment. So I don't really know what. I don't have an advice for this. But I just pray that God will help us all. Even the forthcoming election, I really pray that God will help us to really elect who is going to represent the masses properly. Not just, you know, the system is not really working, honestly. We are suffering. The masses are suffering.
The policy is a good one. It's just that the timing is wrong. The timing is wrong in the sense that, you know, the CBN did not put their house, you know, in order before, you know, unleashing this policy. At least they should have put everything in order, and that has to do with, you know, putting the right resources in place, you know, their production capacity, measure it, and be sure that, you know, once they enter the market, once they introduce the policy, it will not cause mayhem here and there. So I feel now that they're already out, it's too late, you know. So they're already out, and they are not meeting up with the demands, you know, of the masses. So I feel the two notes, you know, should remain a legal tender, you know, for now, pending when they are able to, you know, put their house in order. You know, the two notes should continue to, you know, to exist as legal tenders for at least a period of, you know, 6 months, You know, that's what it's been practiced in other quarters. So they should continue. The two notes should continue. But if they must not continue, then if they must not continue, if the old notes must not continue, then they should employ more hands. Okay, they should employ more hands in addition to the contractor, that is printing the money, so that there will be a massive, a mass production, for us to be able to come out of this. Because if it continues like this, like I say, it's not really helping us. So I feel, they should either employ more hands, or the two notes should continue as legal tender for now, till pending when they're ready to put their house in order.